Sinn Féin is the only party in this election putting forward a real alternative to the people, an alternative to the consensus that exists for cuts for people on low and middle incomes, an alternative in terms of how we deal in a mature and proactive fashion with our banking system and with the toxic private debt that exists, an alternative that is all about getting people back to work, off the dole queues, contributing to the society and economy again, and an alternative that's about breaking up the golden circles, the cosy consensus, the big payola, the mercs and perks for politicians. Sinn Féin is offering a genuine alternative that is Republican and that's about change. And we're asking people to support all of that. We're also saying to people that although things are very, very tough, there is hope, there is a different way of doing things, there is a way of rebuilding the economy, of protecting people, and of Ireland really realising all of our potential. But this can only happen if we move away from the kind of slash and burn policy of the other parties, if we understand that we need to invest in our economy, if we understand that we need to deal with the issue of the banks now, and if we accept in a mature fashion that the IMF EU bailout is a bad deal for us, a deal that we can't afford.
Do you think people believe your economic policies, Mary Lou, and the fact that the IMF bailout is actually a bad deal for us?
I think when people understand that the deal, as it's called, means that by 2014 the interest repayments will be in the order of €8.7 billion every year. I think people understand full well that we simply can't afford that. I think people understand that it is absolutely essential that decisions made on spending and the allocation of resources are taken by people elected here and not leveraged on us by outside forces. I think people understand full well that the last government has made an absolute mess of this country, and I think they understand too that if we continue with the same policies, our troubles will not only persist but they could get a lot deeper. And you know, there's one debate happening amongst the political parties and the political class. There's a whole other discussion happening in households across the country. Households that simply cannot meet their bills. Households in which people cannot find work. And the question that people are asking is, how do we get out of this? How do we get people back to work? How do we ensure that people can have some kind of standard of living? And we're saying, setting out our plans and alternatives, but at the heart of all of this is understanding that the state cannot deal with its debt problem by taking on tens of billions more debt onto our shoulders. That will drive us from difficult times potentially into crisis times.